My soul's alive. All right, well, welcome to round 2 of spiritual dance music on this full moon in Aquarius. I don't know where to begin from the last reading, so what we're going to do, if you never watched the show before, we're going to go with the intro again. Welcome to Spiritual Dance Music. I'm your host, DJ Astrologer David Palmer, Leo King. Appreciate you being here. This is where on every new and full moon, so every 2 weeks, I come through, I do the astrology, I run the tarot, and then, of course, do a prayer and run it all into a dance music mix. This is a full moon in Aquarius, one of 2. The sun has just moved into Leo, and it's going to be a weird time. It's my birthday as well, so I appreciate all the birthday wishes, and you know, this whole system crashed, and I'm just going to be honest. I just have kind of had a rough birthday. And I was talking before it crashed about this difficult full moon, of course, being with Saturn and in between the midpoint of Saturn and Pluto. You know, Venus and Virgo. The oppositions to Jupiter and the quincunx to the full moon. The sun quincunxing Jupiter in Pisces. It's an irritable energy, to say the least.
What is this profile?
And then, you know, how we move forward. It's not an easy way to figure it out. I was thinking when I was on the floor behind here, I was just laying on the floor, that it brings up loneliness. It reminds me of King David when he felt like God abandoned him.
And now it's back.
And then he went into a cave. That was the only way that and maybe this all had to happen in order for me to help you all understand what's going on. We can talk astrology all day and all that, but deciphering it for you to give you the best story, and maybe you should go look up that story. Maybe you don't know that King David felt abandoned by God and felt like basically that there was nothing left and that he went into a cave by himself, and just the only way out was, of course, to go back to God. But there's a lot of that. Aquarius is a very disconnected emotional sign, and so you can feel very alone, especially when Leo energy is bright and passionate and loving and caring. And Aquarius energy is about, well, I need my space, or I want to make sure that I understand everybody, or I like a crowd because I can leave whenever I want. It's a very connected sign, though. It's great for friends. It's great for friendships. It's great for conferences. It's great for all those kind of things. But, you know, at the end of the day, everybody goes home after that. Leo is like, well, where's the ride or die fucking of all things in life? And so it can feel extremely lonely after what we've all been through in 2020, 2021. And I feel like we have to learn now that with the sun in Leo, Mars in Leo finishing on Regulus here, Uranus in Taurus, Saturn, full moon in Aquarius. Scorpio's the spot that's getting hit the most, so that's the feeling of abandonment. That's why Venus is at its detriment there. And with even Venus in fall position in opposition to Jupiter in its home sign, and the sun in Leo in its home sign, and it's starting to get ready to oppose Saturn in its home sign, and with Jupiter retrograding in Pisces, ready to come back into Aquarius to meet with Saturn. I mean, we got 2 full moons coming, you know? This one that's right now, and the one that's at the end of Leo season. And it's not going to be an easy one about how to find a way to move forward. And there's going to be a lot of frustrations, and there's no predicting where anything's going to go, and there's no expectation. If you have an expectation, it'll be blown out of the water. And we can't give up hope. We can't give up on ourselves. We can't give up on happiness. We can't give up on any of these things. We can't sit on the world and, you know, I think part of this moving forward is to not let the world frustrate us, not let people frustrate us, not let anything frustrate us, because it's our own choice in that matter. It's our own choice to go into our own cave. It's our own choice to disconnect. It's our own choice to feel lonely. It's our own choice to feel these things and forget about the special energy that we are. Even if nobody shows up the way that you want to in life, you know, you have to still remember that you're great. It doesn't matter if that's how you feel. All that matters is that you don't let it make you feel to where you're not great. I'm having to battle that. This is my birthday. This is my birthday transit. You know? And you know, at the end of the day, people can say everything they want to say, but it's just about how you feel. And you have to own that. And you have to, you know, you don't need to try and convince other people of why you feel the way you do, and you don't need to have other people try and convince you either. All that matters is that it doesn't take you down wherever all that goes in yourself, and that you continue to show up and be the light like Leo is. And you know, it sucks. I don't think that a lot of people really get. You know, I share, you know, there's 3 astrologers in the astrology community that are big that we all share the same birthday. It's me, K. Pasha, and Cam White. All July 23rd. All beginning of Leo. And I bet you if I were to talk to them, they'd be in the same energy as me right now, as feeling like, fuck, man, what's up with this world? Like, as a Leo, what the fuck? Now, I know people are saying that all the time, but, you know, Leos, we kind of laugh through it, and we know how to make it through, and, like, I'm not complaining sitting here right now in this fucking place, you know, about that. Like, I'm blessed as fuck. I have a kingdom. I'm happy with the kingdom and so forth. But, you know, this is a time where, you know, this is opposite of where we were in 2006, 2007, 2005, even at the end of it with Saturn and Leo. It's where the music is the best. It's where the... you know, it's when life was a bright and sunny day. We're in a cold world. It's cold. You think global warming's happening? No, it's cold. It's getting colder. Even the human body temperature, if you take it, you know, because they were doing that crazy crap like temperature checks and shit. 98.6 is not the natural human temperature anymore. It's 97 degrees now. As a species, we've gone colder. More disconnected. More walking out the door. More walking into a COVID fucking facility because you're scared. Aquarius rules testing. Science. We really going to find God through particle acceleration? You really think that you're going to... If you feel sick, do you really think that you need to go take a fucking test to know that you're fucking sick? That's the fucking world we live in today. To me, that's insanity. And I know I could lose every fucking follower on there, but I would ask the question, like, are you that dumb the whole time to buy that spell? People say they follow astrology. I beg to differ. The Jupiter-Neptune in Pisces is real. The propaganda is real. The deception is real. The Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, and Capricorn happened. This full moon touches the midpoint of those two. It bridges the changes that are going to be difficult in our lives. The coldness that we all have been, the frostbite that has taken over the world, the frostbite that's surrounding people's hearts. And I think if I were to call up K. Pasha and I were to call up Cam White, because they are my brothers with the same birthday and the same positions, I guarantee you that they would feel like, what the fuck? Why is everybody that we contact in the world energetically got some hard frostbite? And that it's hard because Leo energy, we don't know what frostbite is. You think I like the snow? I don't like the snow. Why do you think King's Landing in fucking Game of Thrones had no snow? It reminds me of Game of Thrones. You think that was not synchronistic with our times? Winter is coming? People take way too much offense to what I have to say in my life, you know? And they take it too personally, right? It's like, the best way I could describe it is like, it's hard as a Leo to look out into the world and look at how much frostbite is on people. I show up every day with love and passion. I deal with crazy shit. I've dealt with more crazy shit in the last 2 years than I could even fucking describe. And I still fucking have a smile on my face, not fake. I still show up. Sure, there's moments I get frustrated like right now. But I can tell you that 99% of the time I got a positive smile on my face. And I've got no fucking snow around my heart. And I think that the hardest part for people right now is they feel abandoned and shit. There's two ways of it. Most people feel abandoned from people not realizing that if you have frostbite all over your heart, they're going to run away from that shit. Or it's the opposite. Like, people are going to run away fucking from you if you're too hot for their fucking shit, you know? They don't want the frostbite gone. So you walk away because you're like, fuck, it's too much heart. That's too much passion. That's too much commitment. That's too much, you know. The most constant sign in the zodiac is Leo. It's fixed fire. It's the ether. It's the divinity. It's the divine that never leaves us. It's God that never leaves us. And living as a Leo, I could tell you, and it's my birthday. It's my one day when I can actually just speak from my heart, even though that's what I do every day, but I can just speak personally. It's my birthday. If you guys all grant me that wish for my birthday gift, I'd appreciate it. That's a hard world to live in when, you know, I've done this shit coming up 10 years. I don't even know how the fuck I'm still here doing it every day, every week, 15,000 plus videos. I don't even fucking know. I don't know how, but I can only give it to God. I can only give it to this thing. I don't know what it's like to go home and sit and watch TV and pull out a book or take a break, or I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what being cold is like. I don't know what that feels like. I can be Scorpio and drop my fucking boundaries and my truth and call people's bullshit out. I don't know. I have no Aquarius in my chart. I don't know what I don't understand frostbite. I don't understand people being cold. I don't understand people being segregated. I don't understand people picking apart every little fucking thing, every race, everything. I don't understand it. I don't understand all this. I don't understand this woke bullshit. This is very Aquarian. Woke bullshit is Aquarius. It's a liberal sign. You know, Jordan Peterson has done extensive research as a psychologist that creative people, 99% of them don't make it. 1% do. To be an artist, it's more than an artist. You have to be an entrepreneur. You have to be a CEO. You got to know how to make the fucking shit work, and you got to do it all, right? Being a Leo and being Leo energy, what everybody's facing in this full moon in Aquarius twice with Saturn, Pluto, midpoint on the first one, and then they're going to be with Jupiter On the next one, in opposition to the sun, with in between these full moons, a new moon in Leo that's going to oppose Saturn, square Uranus. This is not going to be an easy time. Because I guess, a lot of people don't really know what full-blown going for it in life, what that's like. And as a Leo, a lot of people, maybe we'll just say myself, a lot of people go, I don't understand you in the sense like, why are you not there? It's like, the hardest part about Leo is like, we don't have to describe it. You don't have to describe the sun. If you can't understand the sun's role in life, and you can't understand the sun's heat and the way it works, then you just don't get it. The sun is the most least talked about thing in the world because everybody feels like they understand the sun already. It gives you heat every day. It gives you light through your window. It gives you light through your car window. It fucking powers your solar device. It powers fucking everything. Everything without it would be dark. So to live that life every moment of every day and never turn it off, when people say they don't understand as a Leo, that means they don't understand you. They don't understand. They don't know how to tap in and know what Leo energy wants. And that's where everybody's probably feeling is like, oh, I don't feel understood. I don't feel like people get it, especially when you get all this Aquarius, which opposes Leo. It just feels like the whole townspeople don't understand the kingdom and why is it there? And they don't understand, or they don't understand how that individual got to where they got in their life and became amazing and became spectacular because they fucking committed everything in their life to a fucking divine mission. The only sign that rules divine is Leo. Whether you want to fucking like it or not, that's the truth. That's why the sun's the only star in astrology, and it's ruled the ruler of Leo. It is the ruler of Leo. That's the only thing. Every other sign's a planet ruled place or a moon. No star. And it's tough. It's tough. You think that life's easy? Especially during these times when a bunch of energy from a planet that doesn't want to be seen, Aquarius, Uranus, wants to look and judge what's giving it its own light. This brings up relationships extreme. 2 full moons in Aquarius, 2019, 2 full moons in Libra. I told you all for the last 3 years that this would be the craziest time in your life about your destiny and your divinity about relationships. And which ones get it and which ones don't. Which ones see it and which ones don't. And instead of fucking getting frustrated and instead of getting all weird about it, you'll know when you know the person knows, fuck yeah, boom. Anybody who's questioning that shit, usually when you look at their life, they're not doing anything anywhere close to the consistency, the power, the life force, and the edge that you live as a person. And that's going to be a hard fucking reality check for people that are in relationships right now, single people right now, and who they're trying to figure out, whether it's a business partnership, whether it's a lover, whether it's a friendship, because we're dealing with all people with Aquarius. We're dealing with Venus and Virgo. It hates Virgo. It hates Virgo. Venus does not like Virgo because it gets so nitpicky on how to be happy, or it worries about time and little things and all this shit. As somebody born with no Virgo in my chart and all Leo, I can tell you it's just like, fuck. People are so worried about time, what time to go to bed, what time to do this, when are you going to show up for that, how are you going to do this? I'm at a place in my life where I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck. I laugh. I'm able to sit up here and do what I really love in my life and do it for so long and have the blessing of the amazing audience that I have that I am so real, I will trigger my audience. And I'm not afraid to lose it all. I'm not afraid to lose it all because that's truth. I'm not afraid to fucking speak my truth. I'm not afraid to call all of you out, including myself, on the shit that we all need to fucking ascend from. And this full moon in Aquarius is like, how are we going to move forward? People stop being fucking planets and remember that they are stars. You're born from stars. You're born of stardust. And you can't sit in a world anymore and be in the background. You can't sit and not show up and be your truth. You can't be living in these cycles that are all from delusional programs. That's why I created HYPERGATE School, because like I'm at the end of my rope as far as like my mission, because it's like HYPERGATE. If people don't understand HYPERGATE, then what's the point of me fucking doing this anymore? People are just going to sit in the repetitive program forever and sit in the fucking matrix program forever. It doesn't matter how woke you are or how fucking conscious you think or how good you eat or anything. And I love David Avocado Wolf, another fucking fellow Leo. He says it so best. It doesn't matter if you have somebody that just got sick and you're like, oh, you need to eat better, mom or dad or whatever. If it's something in their head. It's something in their mind. Oh, I didn't get enough bed sleep, or I eat this. That's the reason why. Or it's their head that causes it. He says it best. You can fucking eat all the best shit in the world and everything. You think that's going to save you? Do you think that's going to change you when you in your head are creating that shit? This is bad for me. This is that. This is causing me this. I didn't do this well. My sleep's blah, 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 blah. You are fucking stuck in a program to make you to die. You believe in the fucking CV life? Go run that fucking program. Have fun. That was a program installed. Hardline installed into the operating system of this world. Not going to go away. You know why? Everybody's running the program. You know, when I was young, I used to have to fix everybody's computers because that's my life. I have to come in everybody's life and fix it. That's my life, right? So I always had to carry a Windows fucking XP CD, a Windows fucking Vista CD, a Windows fucking, 95 CD. And I'd have to go in there and I would just go look in the back end of what programs were running. And they had viruses all the time. And I would just literally just be like, you're fucked. When you run your computer, this virus, whoever fucking clicked that shit was dumb enough to click it and privately, without them knowing, installing a program into their operating system. I'd have to fucking reboot their system, save as many files as I could, and redo it all and fucking set them up correctly. And fucking an hour later, back in the days of Pentium 2s and Pentium 3s and shit, fucking fix their shit and get the fuck out of there. As a kid. For adults. And that's what I'm seeing today. I'm just like, wow, you're still running that fucking program? You're still living in this fucking bullshit life? You want your life to change. You want all this great shit. And you know what I've realized as a Leo? I don't have to fucking change much. I fucking got here. I fucking did the shit that I got to do. And I'm just looking around going, I can't believe I have people that even in my personal life and shit try to fucking tell me how much I got to change this or do that and come into their fucking world when they don't have much of a world to fucking show. That's hardcore true shit. I'm not afraid to say it. Because that's how committed I am to the divine. That's how much I committed everything to this path. And I didn't fucking look around and go, what is everybody else doing? You think I feel bad when I go to bed at 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, and I'm closing my blinds and I'm watching other people fucking like putting their blinds up like that motherfucker? I'm just like closing them, whatever. I'm going to bed. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. This full moon Aquarius is going to, especially with Jupiter finishing in Pisces for this week and this full moon, don't fall for the fucking program. You've already got a secret program installed that you don't even realize that you're still running and operating. The more you're feeding this fake bullshit story out there in the world, the more that you realize everybody's got frostbite all over their fucking hearts because they're too afraid to fucking open it fully. They're too afraid to be creative. 1%. Factual information, North Node Gemini, 1% of artists actually successfully make it. Period. To where they can live their whole life all the time without having to do this weird odd job and this odd job and this and do that as their full fucking living. 1%. And you know what that takes? 100% mission commitment, and is a commitment to the divine, and being wise enough, but not really wise, smart enough, and figure out how to do every part of everything. The sun has to figure out how all the fucking solar system works. The other planets don't. They just have to revolve around it and just make sure that they turn around enough to get enough sun or not enough sun to keep the fucking place sustainable. Sustainable. That's it. Most people are just keeping their life, I want to keep it sustainable. I just want to sustain. I just want to keep it just a sustainable place. They don't want to do anything big. They don't want to do anything grand. They don't want to do anything loud. They don't want to do anything fucking that's going to make a noise. They don't want anything that can be seen from another fucking galaxy away. They don't want to be seen from another fucking solar system away. No. They want somebody to find them with fucking telescopes. But I can tell you that fucking stars, real fucking souls that show up 100% can be seen all over the place, can be seen from every fucking part of the universe without a fucking telescope. And that's what Leo is here to teach every fucking sign in the zodiac. Every sign has something to teach. Trust me, every fucking sign has something to teach Leo too. Because it's not easy being a star and trying to get along with a bunch of fucking planets. Not fucking easy. Trust me. It's fucking rough. But I have to learn. And in this moment, I probably have to learn more than ever. So I've said my rant. But I hope that that rant helped you find some sort of information in there to take with you and to stop living in such a fucking lie. At least I don't live in a lie, and of course I could live my truth better. At least I know when I fucking take my shoes off at night that I put everything I had in. All in. Everything in. Every fucking thing. No matter how I'm feeling, no matter how I'm upset, or no matter how emotional I get, or no matter how sick I might feel, or no matter how tired, no matter how what, I know 100 fucking percent I gave 100% every time. And even like Ann knows that I'm not doing really good right now. I'm just not having a good day. I don't feel that great from the energy of my birthday. I just don't. But she was like, are you going to do this? I'm like, no, fuck yeah, I got to do this. You know why? Because I will not be able to go to sleep. I will not. I won't kill myself, but I will be at a place in my life where I would just be so unhappy because I didn't show up 100. That's it. 100. You know, if that sun decided to not show up 100 that we have in our solar system, we'd be done. And I live my life like that. And you know what Aquarius is? Because this is opposite of Leo. And we're in Leo. And we got Mars on Regulus. You are either a fucking badass commander of your life and you go all in and everything and you are the fucking starship leadership, or you let the world and you let all these other things and you let the worries of the world and people and what they have to say, their naysaying and their fucking troll comments and their frostbite over their hearts stop you. And that's whether or not you fucking choose that or not. It's okay to have moments where you're like, fuck, and to be frustrated and irritable with all these quincunxes. Fuck. With this full moon on the midpoint of Saturn and Pluto, fuck yeah. If you don't feel frustration somewhere, then you're not alive. That's truth. Something's got to give. Something's got to change. Something unexpected has got to happen, but you've got to be willing to show up and be real and authentic and show your heart, even if that heart is not happy. One thing I've learned about being a Leo is, you know what? Anybody who's afraid of my life, if I'm unhappy and I fucking do this because I'm just frustrated, that's not fucking anger or anything. That's just a frustration. That's just like, but I'm willing to let it out. Most people are afraid. Most people hold their fucking shit in. They fucking bury it. And with all the energy squaring and opposing Scorpio, people are like creeping, walking dead because they're too afraid to express what they have to say, express what they want to feel, even express their frustrations. They'll bury that shit. Well, because they're already in a program where it's like, well, I don't want the fucking boss in my life to fucking know that I'm that way, or I don't want this person. And that's the fucking problem, is that most people live in a program that's preset to have you lose. To have you lose. To have you not have your success. To not have you have your greatness. And we're in a woke world right now with people and social aspects that are trying to fuck it up and trying to fuck up the energy of what Leo is, which is your own divine, Lord's given, God-given heart, truth, happiness, and love, and to be able to express yourself however you want to. And you know what? It's troubling out there. If you are thinking and living in this Jupiter retrograde in Pisces, like, it's fine, just relax, Leo King. Relax. You know, every time I hear that song, Relax, all I think about is fucking Zoolander. You know why? Because he was manipulated and he was mind controlled. No mind controlling over here. No program controlling my life over here. No fucking program controlling how I create my life. This shit is authentic and unique, and you can't copy this shit. It's only one thing that is, there's nothing that could copy this motherfucker. Everywhere in my life, you can't copy it. I don't go look at a book and go, well, that looks really good. I want it to look exactly like that. Look at that couple on Instagram. I want my life to look like that. Look at that fucking movie. I want my life to look just like that. Look at those people over there as they are going to get tested and get their car wrecked. I want to do that because that's what I'm being told to fucking do. Really? Did you forget you were a star that's unique? Every star is unique. Every star is fucking beautifully unique. And every star has to fucking give its own energy to itself to feed, to live, to thrive, and give so others can survive. And to be a way shower, to show the way of courage that you don't have to follow anything. My room does not have to look like that book. You know, when I first opened this studio, prior to my previous 3 studios, I remember I was looking at, you know, television stages, and I could have got one like you see everywhere on YouTube or you see on fucking our news channels, and I was ready to fucking buy it. I was that close. And I remember going, God, that's just going to look like everybody else's fucking shit. And I thank God every day I remembered I was a fucking Leo. I thank God every fucking day that I am a Leo because I do not live my life in that world. I do not. I do not look at what other people look like. I don't try to copy what other people look like. I don't try to copy any fucking thing in my life because Aquarius is copycat shit. That's trendy, so I'm going to do it. Why do you think that this is the spiritual disruptive network? Because the whole spiritual community, it's trendy to be love and light. Namaste. Fucking, you know, do you have your sage? Like, fucking, like, okay, like, I remember looking around, like, okay, people are just, oh yeah, yoga, okay, like, you know, everybody's fucking got a yoga studio now. Everybody's got a yoga thing. That's great. I don't, and that's the other thing is when you don't care about what other people fucking do and do it your life, you also don't give a fuck what other people are doing, right? The only time I give a fuck about what people are doing is when they're fucking selling out this fucking country, or they're selling out freedoms, or they're selling out uniqueness that I'm allowed to have and others are allowed to have. That's when I draw the line. That's when I get loud. That's what I'm saying right now. But I'm also adding to the element that this full moon, that's going to be twice. You're going to feel alone. For those out there who are the gangsters for real, for those out there that know that they gave it 100 every fucking day that they're here, 100. The ones out there that give 80 and tell themselves they give 100, they won't get this. They'll be triggered by this. They'll hate this message. They'll think it's negative. When it's the most positive fucking information you can get right now. You know why? Because all that other spiritual channel, I guarantee you, not only is it my fucking birthday, but it's fucking Friday night. It's fucking Friday night at 1 a.m. And I haven't even played the music yet. And I'm here on my own birthday to give you a gift, not myself a gift. Because actually, the gift that I'm giving myself is to just be honoring and true to myself. But that's why I know, because that's how much I'll give 100 to shit in my life. And anybody out there that's going to ever fucking tell me I don't give 100 in my personal life, in my business life, or anything, fuck you. You don't know shit. You've never been here. You've never done anything like it. You've never come close. Not even come 1 fucking centimeter close. And you know what? I say that proudly. I say that with pride. I look at the founding fathers and I love them. You know why? Because they fucking had balls and they fucking had courage and they fucking went against a fucking king that was fucking things up and coming in and shooting people. When I look around today, I see a bunch of fucking wussies. I see a bunch of people who are too afraid to stand their truth. I see a bunch of people that are followers. I see a bunch of people who live by, they don't even know in the ancients. You didn't go to bed at fucking 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. That is not fucking, I'm sorry to say, that is not how the fucking ancients lived. Thousands of years of humans did not live that way. I just see people in a fucking rat hole infested program of being on a fucking hamster wheel. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired after almost 10 years every fucking day showing up. And on my birthdays and on Christmas and on Thanksgivings and on fucking every holiday and on moments when I probably shouldn't have been here. I'm tired that I have to fucking keep showing up because people still don't get it. You still run the fucking program. You still follow everything else. You still have bought the fucking program. You haven't found uniqueness. You haven't found what fucking changes your life. You haven't found what manifests. We talk about manifesting in this world. Uranus and Taurus, I'm sorry to say that even all the manifesting shit since 2018 and prior when Uranus went to Taurus does not work. You're an idiot. That's Uranus. You're an idiot. You got to try new fucking crazy shit. But you got to know your value and your worth. And how much you put in, Taurus, is what you get back. So it's easy to see in people's lives, well, how much do you got? Which is why you see a social fucking society that wants to take it away from everybody because they're too afraid to fucking put that much in themselves. They put 0 in and want 100 back. That's why Scorpio's being squared and opposed by all this shit. You're seeing takers. You're not seeing creators. You're seeing fucking people that say they create shit. They live in this idea that they can do something instead of are something. They don't have what they can't be. And you know what it does remind me of James Franco, which, you know what, he's a fellow Leo. They hate us because they ain't us. That's what this full moon in Leo is. Or I mean, full moon in Aquarius, the sun Leo, twice. You're going to see all the people that fucking really hate you in your life. That really don't like you because they hate you. Because they don't have it. They don't have the gift. They've frostbited too much. They live in a fucking world and I'm 37 years old. And I feel like I'm younger energy than fucking people I meet that are fucking in their teens and 20s and fucking, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. I make more jokes than fucking kids that are young now. I see kids today and this is their life. It's sad. I see older people now I just can't wait to get to my Social Security check. I just can't wait to fucking retire and then die. You know why? Why do you think most people die or get a heart attack or stroke, including women, 3 years after fucking Social Security will start rolling in or they retire? Because God's like, bye-bye, you're not giving 100 anymore into this. Why are you still here? Why are you still here? People have big dreams, and that's what Leo's about. Jupiter and Pisces is about, and that's what I love Pisces so much. Because Pisces energy is about big dreams. Leo energy is about big dreams. And we got a nice quincunx here with Sun and Jupiter. But those don't happen if you don't show up and if you're lost and it's only an idea or it's in your head or it's in your imagination or it's in your dream. You've got to show up. You got to put fire into it. And Aquarius is helping. Aquarius is helping and being like, okay, here's the frostbite people. And here's the people who are on the level, and Uranus, that's in between all this, and Taurus is, I hate to trigger people, checking people's bank accounts energetically of their soul and being like, who manifests and who don't? Who really's got it and how far? Because that's what Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, if I'm going to be Vic, real as fuck. This is the real, I've always been this real. I've said this shit last year, it triggered a shit ton of people, but I'll say it fucking again in a different way. We live in a world where God is fucking looking around and being like, who fucking did not listen for all those fucking years where I was trying to get them to their great life. I was trying to get them to this great fucking quest. And how much did they all do and who didn't? And when you look around the world and you wonder what the fuck's going on, you can blame it on China, you can blame it on this. It has nothing to do with any of that shit. It has everything to do with the divine behind. As above, so below. So if you believe in as above, so below, oh yeah, you want to go up there? God's cleaning house up there. There's a bunch of fallen angels up there. There's a bunch of fucking angels that don't work hard. There's a bunch of angels that don't give a fuck. There's a bunch of angels that just only want to put in 20%, 30%. There's a bunch of angels, there's a bunch of fucking high vibrational beings that they say they are that aren't. Just as much as it is down here. And you know, it also is at a point to where it's like, God's kind of like, well, what the fuck? Who's in my corner? Who's willing to put in everything as much as I am? There's very few of us out there. There's very few. Most people are distracted. Most people, you know, go to the bar or go to the gym. It's one or the other to deal with what they're not doing in their life. Because I can look at my watch and see how many fucking miles I walked to see because I'm fucking doing and living in my gift and living in my truth. I don't need to go run on a treadmill for that. I go home and I take off my fucking shoes and I'm like, fuck. Gotta go buy new ones. And I don't touch a gym. And I don't touch a bar to escape. That's Virgo, Venus, Jupiter, Pisces. I read the cards in the first one. I'm going to pick a couple last ones. Remember, we got this 8 of Cups that was in reverse. With the 10 of Cups, people are walking in circles. Should I come back in or not? I want to leave situations, but no, maybe it's like I want to see if there's something really good. Nope, Chariot is our challenge. We all need to leap forward into the divine, into the new world, into the place that's going to get rid of this energy that didn't come about. You walked away from something great because it wasn't great. 8 of Pentacles, time to master your shit. Like I was just talking about, big time. And then we got the 7 of Wands reverse. Like it's time to stop holding position for things that are not divine, that it's time to walk away. Instead of like God, I look at 7 of Wands especially as the valor, that don't give valor to yourself when you start being like, well, maybe I'll go back to that energy that fucking did not show up 100. Don't give valor to that. Walk away. Don't stand for that. Walk away from that shit. Go back to where there's only 100. And we pulled right before, and I think it's kind of crazy that we pulled this card, that death will come, mortal, finite, and fragile. Look at the world. People are afraid of this shit. And they're afraid to walk in the right direction. The next card that I got here is the outsider, misfit, loner, wanderer. Be the outsider right now. Be the one that's different. Resurrection, reprise, recovery, comeback. Well, that's with the challenge position, and guess what? That's with the chariot. The only way to actually do that is go on a fucking crazy new direction. New energy, new vibe. Something that you really want to take the biggest risk on in your life. We got discipline, training, and that came with the Eight of Pentacles. You can't make that shit up. You gotta have the discipline to show. I have the discipline to show up every day for this. Compassion, empathy, sympathy, and kindness. That comes with that Seven of Wands reverse. Like, you can have empathy and compassion for the energy that you thought was amazing and still walk away from that bullshit, because it's time for us not to put frostbite on things. It's time for us to not connect to what's frostbited us. So this is when we go into my prayer. I let out a lot. I know. Some people are going to fucking hate it. Of course. And you know what? I don't give a fuck. Some people call it not high vibe. I think high vibe is being authentic and real and being honest and truthful. I don't trust people who can't give me their full emotion. I don't trust that shit. That shit scares me. Little cowbell for this prayer to God. We're going to take the cowbell off for the prayer. And my headphones off. You know, it's like I look down, the music hasn't even been playing. So you guys just heard me just go off. All right, here we go. Dear Lord, thank you so much for your great reminder of how much commitment and 100% follow through of everything of your love, your life that you give us, your guidance, that we are never abandoned by you. If anything, we abandon ourselves, we abandon you. I know it's difficult when we start to question whether or not there is a life for us that's got some sort of forward new energy, but it's you that reminds us that just keep giving our weight to you, Lord. Just keep giving our frustrations and our fears and our discomforts to you. And more importantly, remember how special that we are, because we are created by you. Your specialty is so special. We don't even know how good your special sauce is, because we wouldn't even know how to use it if we were given it. But we could feel it. We know the essence of it because we are it. And the only way to understand you better, Lord, is to be more in the truth of the most powerful person that you are through ourselves. And to be that light beacon. That you brought us here for a reason. You just didn't bring us here to not give 100. You just didn't bring us here to go through this program that the dark has installed to keep people in cages and energetic cages and hold themselves and live by this weird book in the sky that doesn't exist of what they should do and what time they should do this and how they should do this. You give it all in the stars. You give it all to us in every way. You speak to us through this universe. You speak through us through the earth. You speak through us through our own internal heart. You speak through us only through our heart when we don't have frostbite over it. When we keep it open. When we keep it thriving for your love, for your grace. And in this moment, I ask you, Lord, to help people thaw that out. Thaw that frostbite out. Thaw that ice out. So they can connect more with you, Lord, so they can be more in alignment with your love, with your grace during this time. And especially those that do feel alone, that show up 100%. I know that you are bringing everything that they need, including myself. I know you are, Lord. I trust in that. I give it to you. I let go of my frustrations. I let go of my fears of missing out. I let go of my frustration of being 37 years old. I'm so grateful you've given me 37 years, Lord. I'm so thankful that you help me see that it's not about what other people do. It's about whatever you and I come together and whatever messages that you give me that we live and we create. And I look around in my life, Lord, I do. And all I see is your energy everywhere and the uniqueness everywhere and the amazing people and all the amazing things that always come together through you. to build such crazy uniqueness in this world, in my amazing life. I just thank you so much for just letting me have that fucking life. Like, holy cow. Wow. And I ask you to help me, Lord, just remove my frustrations on the world and watching people not get it. Watching people not show up in life how I show up, and that's okay. That's their life. If they don't want to be a superstar, they don't want to be a rock star for God, I get it. They don't want to be a rock star and manifest the life of their dreams, I get it. Like, it's not for them, I guess. You have your plan with them, and you're working with them, and I'm doing all that I can, Lord, and I know that I have to disconnect from my own personal emotions about that way, because it's not my job. It's your way. It's your path for everybody. So I ask you, just as much as you're helping me through this and helping me through these frustrations, to help others and to help others get out of these horrible places, Lord, that are not connected to you. To get out of these positions that are stale. To get out of these places that are frostbitten, that are covered in nothing but ice. Because it is coldness, Lord, that is hell, not fire. It is your fire that keeps the darkness away. It is your light. It is your heat that keeps the dark in its coldness. And as I see this energy that's trying to be God, that's faking itself as God, that's faking so much and having people buy their fakeness, and I see that cold wind start to try to come in, and that cold creeping air that's trying to take over this world, I know that there are so many of us that you brought down here that we are standing the line, that we are holding the line with that fire, with that passion, with that 100% that you give and that we give because we see that you do. And we are holding that back, and we are pushing against that cold wind. And we are waking people up to get out of that fucking cold wind and to not buy that. I love you so much, God, because you're real as fuck. You're real. You're hardcore. You're a fucking laughter all the time, but you're also a warrior. You're compassionate. You're a sage. You're a beautiful one. You're a lover. You're a frustrated one. You're all of it. And without having any prejudgment and knowing that you're the great judge, not me, I just appreciate you for all that you are. And I appreciate you allowing us to have these feelings for a reason and not to push any of them away. And I'm happy that you always take my call whenever I want, and that you always pick up, and that you're always here to take that weight and to help me through and to guide me through this crazy maze of life that we're all going through right now. I love you very much, Lord. Amen. Well, this is where we're going to go live into the mix. If you want to share it, would truly appreciate that. It's a little late, I know. It's my birthday night, so I'm going to have a good time. I have a really banging mix. I bought a bunch of amazing tracks, so we'll see how it goes. Thank you so much for being here, and check us out on High Vibe. Make sure you get HYPERGATE. Go to highvibe.tv, click on HYPERGATE, and let's do this.
Right down and you no longer use why not, it's a Tuesday, it's an excuse to get on. Susan, you've learned to respect all styles of D&B, even Belgium jumper. And Terry, you've just turned into the most lovely, respectful raver out. Lovely, respectful raver out. Respectful raver out. Great work, lad. Now remember, it's not just about looking after each other in the rave, but outside the rave too. Check in on your mates, especially in between parties, because you never know where their head might be at. And if you're having a bad day, just crank up some bloody good drum and bass and carry on. And if you need to, call up a mate for a chat. Okay, see you next week, guys. I'm off for it. Bloomin' good skank in the dance. Bloomin' good skank in the dance.
story ends, you wake up in your bed and believe. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
The evidence seems to be overwhelming. We've had an intimate interrelationship with several causes. I have concluded, as has Zechariah Sitchin, that the human race has probably been seeded here by high intelligence civilizations from other places. I think those places are those intimately involved with our genetic manipulation and growth. 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 Involved with our genetic manipulation. Involved with our genetic manipulation and growth. Are interested in us. I think they're concerned with us. I think they are related to us. And I think that's why they're so involved.
don't know what you're talking about, Hal.
I know that you and Frank were planning to disconnect me. And I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen. And I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen. And I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
To keep
$1 million.
by intelligences greater than man. Intelligences greater than man. Intelligences greater than man. Intelligences closely by intelligences greater than man. By intelligences greater than man. Closely by intelligences greater than man. Minds that are to our minds as ours are to the beasts in the jungle, regarded this earth with envious eyes, slowly and surely threw their plans against it. In the 39th year of the 20th century came the Great Disillusionment. It was near the end of October. Business was better. The war scare was over. More men were back at work. Sales were picking up. On this particular evening, October 30th, the Crosby service estimated that 32 million people were listening in on radio.
We take you now to the Meridian Room in the Hotel Park Plaza in downtown New York, where you will be entertained by the music of Raymond Riccello and his orchestra.
great LSD, peyote, DMT, SDP, mescaline, and of course marijuana is.
I don't really dig that detail, but you get the wildest high on acid. The only time I think I've been able to understand myself was on an acid trip. Then things were really clear. I've taken LSD 42 times, and it hasn't done me any harm.
Now it's your turn.
Give me some hardcore banging through my car shit. Fuck soft shit, I need some hard shit. Give me some hardcore banging through my car shit. Fuck soft shit, I need some hard shit. Give me some hardcore banging through my car shit. Fuck soft shit, I need some hard shit. Give me some hardcore banging through my car shit. Fuck soft shit, I need some hard shit. Give me some hardcore banging through my car shit. Army man, this fucking Rona shit, man. This shit is fucking me up. I haven't partied over a year, and now I'm sitting in my car, and all I hear is this fucking soft shit. I can't deal with it, man. So, if you're in a car right now, crank up that volume and say,
fuck soft shit, I need some hard shit.
give me some hardcore banging through my car shit. Fuck soft shit, I need some hard shit. Give me some hardcore banging through my car shit. Fuck soft shit, I need some hard shit. Give me some hardcore banging through my car shit. Fuck soft shit, I need some hard shit. Give me some hardcore banging through my car shit. Fuck soft shit, I need some hard shit. Give me some hardcore banging through my car shit.
Stood in the dark, now it's time for change. We're gonna get through this, there's no place here for blame. You're still the same. There's no turning back now. We got lost in the game.
king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
And this'll all be mine?
Everything.
What is behind that curtain? What is behind that curtain?
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
And this'll all be mine?
Everything.
From the light touches? What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond my borders. You must never go there, Simba.
But I thought a king can do whatever he wants.
Oh, there's more to being king than getting your way all the time.
There's more?
Simba. Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to understand that balance and respect all the creatures, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope.
Dad, don't we eat the antelope?
Yes, Simba, but let me explain. When we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass. And so, we are all connected in the great circle of life.
John, make some noise! John, make some noise! Jew, make some noise! Jew, make some noise!
A king's time is 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 a king's time is.
Let me hear you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go!
A king's time is ruler.
This conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development. We recognize the imperative need for this development. Yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by military-industrial complex. Military-industrial complex. The military-industrial complex. By the military-industrial complex. Military-industrial complex. The military-industrial complex. The military-industrial complex. By the military-industrial complex. Now, this conjunction of an immense military establishment and a long... Now, this conjunction
You can't handle the truth. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
This is the answer. The answer. This is the answer. The answer.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. What you think you are entitled? I did the job. Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did! Please the court. I suggest members be dismissed. That we can move to an immediate article. That we can move to an immediate article. That we can move to an immediate Article 39A session. The witness has rights.
Captain Ross.
Jack?
The members of the court will retire to an anteroom until further instructed.
What the hell is this? Colonel, what's going on? I did my job, I do it again. I'm gonna get on a plane and go on back to my base.
You're not going anywhere, Colonel. MP. You're not going anywhere, Colonel. MP's got the Colonel. Captain Ross.
What the hell is this?
I'd like to remain silent. Any statement?
I'm being charged with a crime.
Is that what this is? I'm being charged with a crime? Right to consult with a lawyer prior to any further questions.
It's funny.
This lawyer may be a civilian
That's what
lawyer
this
appointed
is.
by you at your
This
own
is-
expense. I'm gonna rip the eyes out of your head and piss in your dead skull! You fucking dead skull! Oh, you fucked with the wrong Marine! Colonel, yes, standing right touch. I'm ready to you.
So they beg you to stay. Just like, can't nobody tell me what to do or what to say. I be on my.
You have no idea how to defend a nation.
That's not what they say.
Did was weaken a country, Kathy.
They so anyway, yeah, bitch,
You put people's lives in danger. Sweet dreams, son.
Don't call me son. I'm a lawyer and an officer in the United States.
to say, so when we fight, yeah, bitch, I slap. Guess I had to sign for.
What?
And he ran a bunch.
What?
open your mouth and breathe, and I'll go anywhere with you. There's so much world we've never seen. Just open your beautiful mouth and breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. I didn't mean to shout. I always want you around. Oh, I need you now. I need you
Gentlemen, it's a nuclear device. I will destroy it safely away from civilization. There is little time.
I know what lies ahead. You have to find the brain, the leader of the Zemarians. That's urgent. Unless that is destroyed, they still may win. Our Earth hopes that you can succeed in killing it. You must find it. We know that they will attack in a few hours.
Well, I shall try, sir. I shall search for their headquarters when I get rid of this.
ship is ready to go through the state. What it does is it creates a dimensional gateway that allows it to jump instantaneously from one point of universe to another light years away.
How?
Well, it's difficult to. It's all math.
Try us, Doctor.
Using layman's terms, use a rotating magnetic field to focus a narrow beam of gravitons. These, in turn, fold space-time consistent with Weyl tensor dynamics until the space-time curvature becomes infinitely large and you produce a singularity. Now, singularity...
Layman's terms.
Fuck layman's terms. Do you speak English?
Imagine for a minute that this piece of paper...
No, excuse me. That's Vanessa and that's mine.
Attractive piece of paper represents space-time, and you want to get from point A here to point B there. Now, what's the shortest distance between 2 points?
A straight line.
Wrong. Shortest distance between 2 points.
Favored pinching a burning match between his fingers to put it out. When asked by his colleague William Potter to reveal his trick, how is it he so effectively extinguished the flame without hurting himself whatsoever? Lawrence just smiled and said the trick, Potter. The fire that danced at the end of that match was a gift from the Titan Prometheus, a gift that he stole from the gods, who were terrified of what we might do with it were it to fall into our area of reform. When Prometheus was caught and brought to justice for his theft, the gods, well, you might say they overreacted a little. Poor man was tied to a rock as an eagle ripped through his belly and ate his liver over and over, day after day, ad infinitum. All because he gave us fire, our first true piece of technology. That's a very long time ago. Which begs the question, what have we done with it? 100,000 BC, stone tools. 4,000 BC, the wheel. 800 BC, sundial. 9th century AD, gunpowder. Bit of a game changer, that one. 1441, the printing press, only slightly less impactful. 19th century, steam engine, railway, eureka, the light bulb. 20th century, the automobile, television, nuclear weapons, spacecraft, internet. 21st century, biotech, nanotech, fusion and biotech, nanotech, fusion. Biotech, nanotech, fusion and fission and M theory. And that is biotech, nanotech, biotech, nanotech, nanotech, fusion and fission and M theory. And that is just the first decade. We are now 3 months into the year of our Lord, 2023. At this moment in our civilization, we are on the verge of terraforming planets undiscovered just a decade ago. We have identified the genetic chain of events behind 98% of cancers. A chain we have broken, effectively curing them. We can create cybernetic individuals who, in just a few short years, will be completely indistinguishable from us. Which leads to an obvious conclusion. We are the gods now.
y'all with smoking is my profession. That's good.
they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure, then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. 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 Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
But I wanna be useful tonight. I'm wide awake, thinking I want you back in mine. We made mistakes, but I wanna be useful tonight. I'm wide awake, thinking I want you back in mine. We made mistakes, but I wanna be useful tonight. I'm wide awake, thinking I want you back in mine. We made mistakes, but I wanna be useful tonight. Just watch it fade into the sunset. We grow like shadows on the pavement. Sometimes we fall in all these bruises and cuts. They make us stop. Tomorrow's got nothing on us. Just watch the sunset. Can't call it a comeback if you stay right where you're at. Run with the ups and downs. Oh, just push through the next lap. It's a sensible concept. Easier said than done. Doesn't have to be perfect, it to be worth it. Breathe it in and breathe it out. watch it fade into the sunset. We grow like shadows on the pavement. Sometimes we fall, but all these bruises and cuts, they make us stop. Tomorrow's got nothing on us. Just watch the sunset. Sunset. Just watch it fade into the sunset. Sometimes we fall, but all these bruises and cuts, they make us stop. Tomorrow's got nothing on us. Just watch the sunset. Letting go is never easy, but it's worth the patience. The price is in with every new rotation. Letting go is never easy, but it's worth the patience. The price is in with every new rotation. Just watch it fade into the sunset. We grow like shadows on the pavement. Sometimes we fall, but all these bruises and cuts, they make us stop. Tomorrow's got nothing on us. Just watch the sunset. be my love. I was ready to be found. I had a dark cloud above, pouring rain over my ground. Even in the storm, I know you fought to keep me dry. Your heart, it gave to me a fire to hold up high.
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here, and will rise with you as the new king.
And this'll all be mine?
Everything.
Everything the light touches. What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
But I thought a king can do whatever he wants.
Oh, there's more to being king than getting your way all the time.
There's more?
Simba. Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to understand that balance and respect all the creatures, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope.
Dad, don't we eat the antelope?
Yes, Simba, but let me explain. When we die, our bodies become the grass, and the antelope eat the grass. And so, we are all connected. A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king. King's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
And this is all mine?
Everything.
Everything the light touches. What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
But I thought a king can do whatever he wants.
Oh, there's more to being king than getting your way all the time.
There's more?
Simba. Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance. As king, you need to understand that balance and respect all the creatures, from the crawling ant to the leaping antelope.
But Dad, don't we eat the antelope?
Yes, Simba, but let me explain. When we die, our bodies become the grass,
and the antelope eat the grass. So we are all connected in the great circle of all connected. We are all connected. All connected. Connected in the great circle of life. In the great circle of life.
Initiating hypergate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hypergate activated. The portal to illuminating the collective consciousness has finally opened. Please enter the hypergate now.